How do you say it?
Concassé.
A man in the kitchen who came here from France, and a man of the soil who escaped the cubicle life. They're up next on Chefs of Field. Portland, Oregon, between two famous rivers, the Columbia and the Willamette, a town where the farmland lies close to the city and where folks have pushed hard for clean air, pure water, and good fresh food. It was more than 15 years ago that Philippe Boulot
Very nice.
began making his mark as a chef in Portland.
And Portland is like a small city, clean. It's very francophile.
Mr. Boulot's culinary career began, as most do, modestly. Today, he has helped build this town, train its chefs, encourage farmers nearby.
I cook with both my grandma. One was a farmer in Normandy, and I went to cooking school in Paris. I met my wife in Paris, so that got us on a world tour of cooking.
Chef Boulot's establishment is the Heathman Restaurant and Bar in the heart of Portland.
What's up, kiddos?
For 15 years, the chef and the farmer were on the telephone, and only the telephone, talking seeds and harvest and lettuce. Only now, after all those conversations, do they meet to shake hands.
Good morning, Tim.
Philippe,
Finally, nice to meet you.
nice meeting you.
This is my
Hi.
daughter, Chloe.
Hi, Chloe.
I just placed my order on the phone, but I have never met you. You have to show me where you grow your lettuce.
I'd love to, sure.
Good morning, Tim. Tim Gilmer, that is, meeting the chef and the chef's daughter, Chloe. Gilmer at his Walnut Hill farm, just half an hour's drive from the restaurant.
So you grow all organic, huh?
It's all organic, yeah. There's 10 acres certified.
Oh, wow.
Some of it is pasture, so we actually only grow on 5 acres.
5 acres, that's
Yeah,
plenty.
Yeah, you can grow a lot on 5 acres.
Let's go and see those fields, Tim.
Farmer Gilmer becomes the guide.
Oh, yeah?
Tim started cultivating vegetables here in 1980.
Well, these are all my little toys over here. But this is my horse that I get around the farm on. I've had one of these ever since they first came out. It was like in the mid-70s.
Uh-huh.
But never would have considered getting into farming without one.
Yeah, you bet, yeah.
Just follow me.
Yep. You'd like to drive something like that, huh?
Young Gilmer was just out of UCLA and newly married. Hoped to be a writer, not a thought of farming in his head.
Somehow my past caught up with me and said, you know, you came from a farming area, this is what you really want to do.
A quarter century ago, Gilmer lost the use of his legs in the crash of a small plane.
I think the best description of my disability is that if I'm doing my job, my disability is invisible.
There are 5 acres of lettuces, greens, beans, herbs, tomatoes. All of it, of course, certified organic. Fields a farmer is proud to show.
I don't see any weeds. Do you use like a chemical to get rid of them? Or?
Well, no, you can't do that if you're certified organic. Workers come through with hose and they weed in between each plant.
By hand?
By hand.
Oh, wow.
And so it's very labor intensive, and it's the most expensive thing about organic farming is weeding.
I think Chloe could be good at doing that.
Some
A
people
strong
say
muscle.
some people say it's unskilled labor, but I think it's skilled. We usually plant our lettuce from the westernmost part of the property over to a deer fence that you can see over here, because this is the best soil for lettuce.
Oh.
It's called woodburn soil.
Yeah, it's really squishy.
Yeah, it's a silty loam soil. It holds moisture.
Yeah, okay.
So this is a shallow-rooted plant. It looks very dry, but if you were to scratch down, you would see that there's moisture.
Dig, dig, dig.
The 21st century comes with ever-expanding opportunities for young people, and Chloe Boulot, just 14 years of age, looks to become an apprentice chef.
This part here, like tender,
Oh my God, there's a bug.
Well, maybe.
it's organic, there's bugs. You have to wash them out. Okay, the bugs is gone. Well, you're like a rabbit.
It's good. Thank you. It's good.
And you know why it's good? You can eat it like that because it's clean, there's no chemical on it. Sweet. You don't even need vinaigrette or dressing on that stuff. So perfect. Tim, you want to test that?
I'd love to. Bring it over.
Those are oak leaf.
Yeah, this is a red oak leaf.
But look at that, a gorgeous salad, huh? It's almost bright.
Yeah, it has a long life in the field.
Yeah?
Once you cut this, it will actually come back, but it won't come back the same. But some people do that if they're making a mix, mesclun mix or something. It's just amazing how you start with a handful of seed, and then you get a third of an acre of lettuce or a half acre of lettuce out of that.
Oh, wow. And it takes how long to grow a salad?
About 2 months.
2 months,
Yeah.
wow. And before you harvest them, you keep them like 2-3 weeks before they start bolting?
That's about right.
What does bolting mean?
Bolting is when the plant tries to make seed. And right in the center of the plant, it will grow up and there'll be a seed head. When it does that, it turns bitter. And you don't want that anymore.
Very little bug damage too. Did you
Well,
see any bug?
I'm glad to hear you say that because there really are a lot of bugs.
Really?
A lot of cucumber beetles.
Oh, there's one right there. It looks like a yellow ladybug.
Yeah, okay, here's one. They're actually
There's one right
intelligent.
here.
These bugs, they will hide from you when
It's
you...
going to bite you.
There's good bugs and bad bugs. You know, I saw you kind of thinking, oh, bugs, they're all bad. But no, there are good bugs. The more ladybugs we have, I don't see any here today.
I like
but-
ladybugs.
Yeah,
just
they're the good ones, and they kind of drive the other ones off. These cucumber beetles are bad bugs. When I first started farming, I would actually pay teenagers to squish them by hand.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well, let's go look at the parsley.
Let's go do that. Parsley and basil, I love that stuff.
Lettuce by the ton on a postcard pretty farm.
I think this would be a good place to pick some parsley if you're interested in there.
Am I supposed to eat it?
Yeah, test it. It's unbelievable.
I don't really like parsley.
Smell it.
If you don't want it, I'll eat it.
All right.
I love it. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at those little white dots on the end.
It is pretty.
This is very tender too.
It's delicious. Vinaigrette with garlic. It's great for the snail.
Did you try it?
No.
Your favorite,
Come
you know,
on,
the
give it a
snail,
try.
parsley and garlic. You don't like parsley? Chloe, you can eat that. And there's more vitamin C than oranges. It's very good for you.
Really? Vitamin C.
Yep, I heard about that. It's in America, bacon makes everything good. In France, persillade makes everything good. And the persillade is a mix of garlic, parsley, salt, pepper, and butter. And you can cook anything with that, and it's absolutely fantastic. At work, when I receive your parsley, we ground it, mix it with garlic and butter, and we make rolls, and we freeze them, and we use them all during the week.
Uh-huh.
We call that green butter.
Parsley has been in use for thousands of years, just the way we use it today, as a seasoning and as a garnish.
Ah, ladybug. So you're not afraid of the ladybug, but they are bugs. Why is that? Because you think
I
they're
don't
cute?
know.
Actually, ladybugs are mean. They are voracious. They eat all the bugs.
Yeah, but they don't eat people.
That's quite good. Do you put ladybugs on purpose in your garden?
We do. Actually, once you put them in there, they kind of reproduce on their own. But I had kids come out from a church as part of a class that we were doing in the summer. And they came out to my farm, and we gave each of them a little box of ladybugs. They're frozen or near frozen, real cold.
Oh, wow.
And then once you expose them to heat, they just come to life.
Whoa.
And the kids were out, just kind of spreading them through the field. And once they did that, the ladybugs took it from there, and they just come back
And
every year.
populate and...
Yeah. Well, we've got a little bit of a trek now to the back part of the property where we have a lot of tomatoes and quite a few squash and maybe some fava beans.
Oh, great. You might have the first tomatoes in Oregon. I haven't seen any tomatoes yet.
They're special because you'll be the first to pick them.
Cool, thank you.
When the chef is singing and whistling, clearly he is pleased to be in such a place, among the tomatoes, and on his way to inspect the fava beans.
There's some nice looking favas.
Yeah. Actually, we should pick some.
What are they called?
Fava beans?
Chloe, there's some here. Look at that. And the beans are big enough inside.
So you just eat it raw?
Yeah, well, you crack it like that. Those are sweet.
They're really good.
There's also inner skin that you should remove.
Why is it fuzzy inside?
I don't know. I feel comfortable, I guess. Cozy. Look at that.
The fava bean, broad bean, field bean, horse bean, one and the same.
Aren't they good like that? It's the best. When they are so fresh like that and tender, you don't even want to cook them. We'll do a little salad because they're so good. I have some very good bread. We slice that, toast it, and put some butter, a little bit of fleur de sel, and those fava beans just chopped up right on top. So we'll do a fava bean sandwich for lunch tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds great.
So you remember that? That's a recipe for tomorrow.
What?
Yeah, you want to see the cherry tomato?
Yeah, I'd love to see the tomatoes.
Okay.
Yeah, and you have some zucchini too. That'd be great.
Yeah.
While the tomatoes take their time, the chef's tour heads to the summer squash.
See anything
Right.
you like?
Yeah.
So you like the open flowers. That's a Seneca
Sanika.
variety, and the yellow is called Gold Rush.
Oh, there's some right in the back here. They're so pretty, huh?
It's a perfect day for that.
Oh yeah, it's.
You know, if it was too hot, those flowers would be closing up.
Well, you
So
can see
why
one
doesn't
here.
this
like
one
that.
have a flower? Or
Hey,
that
Tim.
one have a squash?
If it's not attached to a baby squash, then it's a male flower.
Oh wow! So that's a male flower,
Uh-huh.
and those are female with a.
With the fruit on them, with the vegetable on them.
Oh wow!
Would it keep growing if you took off the flower?
It does keep growing, but you know, it grows malformed though.
We're going to stuff the flower with a duxelle of chanterelle, and we're going to do a little butter sauce, and that's going to be quite yummy.
The summer squash is, of course, a gourd. Zucchini, courgette, patty pan, and yellow crookneck. They're all in the family.
Look at those flowers. Aren't they pretty?
Can you eat the flowers raw?
Yeah.
Do they taste good?
I taste it. Actually, it tastes sweeter than zucchini itself. Look at it, it's gorgeous, huh?
That is sweet. You know, I'm going to bet you that part in the middle is
Oh.
even sweetest.
Yeah,
It tastes
that's the
hairy.
pollen.
It tastes hairy. That's a new one.
Let's do some
one
tomatoes. What do you think?
Yeah, we've got some cherry tomatoes right over here. They're just starting to ripen.
Oh, perfect.
The French call it pomme d'amour, the love apple.
Yeah, help yourself.
You bet.
For hundreds of years, the tomato was thought to be poisonous. It was as recently as 1800 when tomatoes came into use as food.
Those are good, Tim.
Good.
I wonder if I could cook with a leaf. The tomato leaves smell so good.
You know, they used to think they were poison a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
So first tomato in Oregon.
Super yummy.
When you've been a chef for 15 years and have trained the city's prominent culinarians, well, your reward is to bite into the first tomato of the season.
It's perfect. I can imagine a little salsa with that, with your basil, good olive oil. That would do a nice trick. How many varieties you have?
15 or 20.
Yeah, at least
Different
2
varieties.
dozen of varieties right there.
Yeah, it's really neat having that many because they all come off at different times and different flavors, different shapes and sizes and colors. And
Plan a nice tomato menu around your garden there.
good.
Let's go for it. Let's go prepare all that stuff. Thank you, Tim.
You're welcome, Philippe. I'm glad you could come out, you know.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you and the garden.
Yeah,
the
now
garden, the
when we
farm.
talk on the phone, we can,
I know what you're talking about
yeah,
now.
we can picture each other in our environments.
Yep,
I need to come to your kitchen though.
that's correct.
Here's an easy quiz. What's growing faster in popularity than food itself? Answer, the farmer's market. They're everywhere these days. This one in Portland, right behind Chef Boulot's Heathland restaurant, is one of the oldest in town.
Those are the baby cipollini.
They smell like what? Smell like onions. Could we taste the blueberry?
Of course.
If you want to taste them?
They're really good.
Not very good.
It's an ardenberry, so it's a cross between a blackberry and a marin.
Oh, those are delicious, huh?
They're delicious, yeah.
Where do you get the peach? Because that I haven't seen any.
It's a spring crust,
Oh yeah?
so they're very early peaches.
Good.
Yeah, they're very good. Most of the blossoms froze, so they're very rare this year.
Yeah. We're going to take that to work. And
Okay,
can
great.
you bill me at work? That'd be
Of
great.
course.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Great, thank you.
Nice cherries, look at that. And we should get some
Flowers. Let's get some flowers for Mom.
flowers for Mom. We come back and get them. Look at those berries, so cool,
Oh,
so
they look
nice.
really yummy.
Ooh, Ooh, cauliflower, look at that. That's very nice. What do you
Look at
think?
this carrot. It's all twirly.
And those are the famous Walla Walla onion. Nice. So you grew artichokes in the Willamette Valley?
Well, in the Tillamook County,
Tillamook
on the
County.
coast.
And what's the difference between the purple one and this one there?
The Italian variety are a little bit sweeter in their flavor, but they're meatier, so that their hearts are bigger.
Oh, wow. Those are done for what? Banging you on the head with it. Cool. They are very nice.
Thank you very much.
We're going to do a fava bean sandwich with a tomato relish. And we picked up everything from Tim Gilmer last night. And some on the market this morning as well. So see, when you crack, you push on the beans, up, up. The fresh ones are good sauteed with onions and vegetables. So we're going to blanch them.
What does that mean?
You mean you boil it in the water a little bit, and after you put it on ice to cool it down.
Why is it called blanching?
That's a term of it. Okay, good. So you have to fish them out of there and in the ice. Oh, good job. So we're done with that. Thank you very much. It's quite fun to pop those things out of the pot, basically. What's important in cooking, I think, is to live with your region and to make sure you respect the season. And you work with passionate people. I mean, those farmers and the fishermen, they are so passionate. It makes it very interesting. We're going to do a little tomato salad to go with that. And those are the cherry tomato we picked at Tim's farm yesterday. Okay, you cut the tomato, and me, I'm cutting the onion. Those are fresh Walla Walla onions, very sweet. And we're going to do a little bit of basil. Do a little julienne like that. I think we have enough tomatoes. What do you think?
Yep.
Yep. And what else do we need? A vinaigrette. 1 part of vinegar for 3 parts of olive oil. Okay, 1 spoon. Now 3 of olive oil.
All right.
But first we need to put salt and pepper. What we do now is dissolve the salt in the vinegar because it doesn't dissolve as well in oil. Huh? Okay, that's it. 1 part of vinegar and 3 parts of oil. Voila. How do you know when it's mixed?
I don't know.
It's all mixed together. Cool, that's perfect. And we're going to season the whole thing here. And you want to mix it all with your hand. Very good. Let's test one. Oh, it's good. It's good? Okay, let's wash your hand. We're going to chop up the fava bean.
I'm gonna do it wrong.
No, you never do things wrong like that. Oh, perfect. In culinary terms, that's called concassé.
How do you say it?
Concassé.
Concassé.
Yeah. Coarsely chopped up. And we're going to do a toast. Nice bread, rustic. Some butter. Look at that. And you want to put the fava bean on top? That's good. That's very good. Okay, excellent. And we take some fleur de sel. And what we're going to do is finish the dish. We're going to put a nice little tomato salad like that. Yeah, what do you think?
It looks pretty.
Pretty, I like that, huh?
That's it. There's nothing else. Just fava beans
Yeah, fava bean sandwich with tomato. Nice vegetarian sandwich.
with a little tomato salad.
And all the ingredients are from Tim Gilmer.
Thank you.
Good, no?
It's better than I thought it would be.
I think a sandwich should be sloppy sometimes. A sloppy sandwich. We're going to be doing stuffed zucchini with chanterelle. Oregon is famous for their wild mushroom. It's gorgeous. Then we're going to wash them and chop them up, and we're going to stuff them inside the zucchini. The best chanterelle are the small one. That's the best quality. Very important to wash mushroom. They're full of sand and little earth particles. So you want to not soak them too long because mushroom absorb water. You want to wash them in plenty of cold water. You let them rest like that. The sand is going down at the bottom of the dish, and you pull them off the water like that, and you shake it. Like that, the remaining sands go down. The parsley from Tim that we got in the field yesterday. And to wash parsley, you put that in the water like that. It reminds you when I wash your hair?
You don't wash my hair.
No?
I do.
Okay. You don't do like that?
No.
Okay. We're going to do little dice of bacon to cook the chanterelle. And that's applewood smoked bacon with not a lot of nitrate in it. And we're going to do onions with that. And it's all chopped up. Okay, put the onion in the pan too. And we're going to chop up the chanterelle also. So you want to put that on the stove.
Should I just keep stirring it?
Yeah,
For how long?
until it's barely brown, you know, but you have to melt the bacon and you have to cook the onions a little bit. You could use button mushroom, morel, shiitake, whatever mushroom you like. You can put a bit of salt and pepper. Now we're going to prepare the zucchini. Chloe did a nice design on the stuffed zucchini, very artsy. We're going to like that.
Oh, you chopped them up.
I chopped it up. Okay, look how we're going to do it like that. What's the name of those squash? Do you remember? He calls them 8-ball. And this one, we're going to cut like that. And we're going to cut like that. And we're going to do the same thing. Kind of empty it all the way through.
Like a canoe?
Like a canoe, yeah. Yellow zucchini. With all the trimming, we're going to do a zucchini soup.
I just broke the canoe.
You broke the canoe? Ah, that's not too bad. It's okay. I think we have enough for 3, so we're going to take the nicest. 1, 2, and 3. To finish that, we need garlic and parsley. And now we can take the garlic and we can chop it up. So up, a little bit of garlic in there and mix it. Enough parsley? A bit more parsley. Enough? Okay, enough. All the mushroom needs to be dry. All the water needs to evaporate. In the same time, we are cooking the garlic a bit. So what we want to do now is stuff the zucchini. You put salt and pepper on those zucchini. So I'm going to do one, you can do the rest. Huh? Make sure you stuff it very well. You push with a spoon. It goes completely at the bottom of the, voila, like that. Little bit of goat cheese on top would be nice too. And what we want to do, it's a little bit of breadcrumb here. Panko breadcrumb. It's going to make it crusty.
What's panko?
It's a Japanese white bread breadcrumb. They dry it and it's very flaky and very crunchy. Little bit of butter on top. And now it's ready to go in the oven and bake. 300-degree oven for 10-15 minutes. Okay. So nice gratiné like that, it's perfectly cooked. We just received the salad from Tim. Look at that. So we're going to grab a couple of leaves to do a decoration. Instant vinaigrette. Bit of olive oil, bit of vinegar. Oh, too much vinegar. Bit of salt and pepper. You want to arrange a salad around. And we're going to serve the zucchini. And that's it, basically. Stuffed zucchini Provençal with uxelle of chanterelle, with a touch of bacon and lettuce from Tim Gilmer. So be careful, it's very hot. Huh? Delicious. You like it?
It's good. I like to eat good food.